um, how we will proceed. There is one very distinctive questions every time. Who am I and what gives me the rights to talk about Erasmus projects in new ways and something like that? I need to say that there is a very important thing that I'm working in that field more than 23 years. I forget to change all the numbers, so probably it's already much more than this. But I have, based on that, my experience workshop all across the Europe. And I teach people or anybody who wants to start project management how to do this. So my goal for you today is in 10 weeks to teach you how to prepare the project and to be funded. So every project I tend to be successful, but I cannot promise because this is a very important factor and you need to do your work. So let's start. So how everything starts. My first Erasmus Plus projects was 1997, and I did plenty of different Leonardo da Vinci framework, 6, 7 social fund Erasmus Plus projects. I was also the leader of the biggest educational projects in Slovenia, Bosnia, Montenegro, USA, all different European countries. You know, those projects are from 5 people to, in Slovenia, more than 1,100. So that means really big projects, and I really know how to move forward with the people. So I also co-found a startup in San Francisco, so I know how to build, you know, the business from the beginning to end and how to solve it later. And I'm currently own 2 different companies in Slovenia, but you know, this is just the beginning. I don't know what I will do in next 23 years. So maybe you will help me. Maybe you will help me so we can do together. So my mission in general is, because a lot of people is asking why I'm doing this. You know, there is a lot of questions because other people want to keep for themselves, and I share everything I know to everyone, not just to the people who wants to work with me, because I believe in the connected minds. I believe that we can do much more and much better if we start to work together. And then if you will be my rival. So connected minds, it's time for the cooperation, not rivaling. And I learn every year much more than if I'll do this just for myself. So with giving opportunity to you, you also give opportunity to me. And this is very, very important for me. So yes, this is my goal. So because of that, I have workshops all across the Europe. So probably I already have 30 plus different workshops, 1 week's workshops for 3 days to 1 week. So this is the pictures from Sarajevo, from Turkey, from Macedonia, from who knows, Cyprus, I don't know where. So all these workshops are for free until now, because I invest a lot of time for it. So probably this online education is for free for the last time. So I suggest that really use that time we are giving, me and the 15 people, just for free, because this went in the stratosphere, and really we need to invest a lot of time for everyone to participate. So just because of the COVID, I'm not doing now workshops across the Europe. Now I'm doing more on the online. I prefer it in face to face, because I can teach you much more, because we have more time, because I can give you feedback based on your reaction, and it's much easier to do that. So let's see if the times will be better. You can invite me and I can come maybe somewhere else to help you. This is also my project management team, 15 really best project managers. We have every week one hour of the exchange of the knowledge, good practice, what we need to do. So I'm really proud of them, and they will help you. You will also find them on my lectures, because they will have 20 minutes lectures of specific topics in the workshops. So you will know who they are. I need to also say that I really love my office, because this is what I really wanted. It is playground. It is totally different than our office. It is like a flat. I enjoy here, and this is probably something other people want to do as well, because, you know, if we are too serious, then we are not doing, you know, the right way. So we need to play. I also, because of the projects, I traveling different parts of the world, you know, from, this is Turkey, Slovenia, Sri Lanka, Portugal, whatever. And I need to also say that our next meeting, you know, next week, I will hold from the Caribbean island, because I can go there for the next 2 weeks for the vacation, but still we will do it. So this is my life now, lifestyle. I can go wherever I can want and help you still. So lifestyles will change if you really go into Erasmus Plus projects, because you can really give a lot of value to others, and the consequences for that others will be also improved lifestyles for you. So I really invite you to do that. So this education is about to increase the quality of your life if you will properly follow the education. So why I say properly follow? Because probably a lot of people here is very good in the project management as well, or project writing. So I invite you to now to follow me from the beginning to end, to see my way. So how I am doing, and then you can change, improve that method. So I invite you to follow it from the beginning to end. You will see how I'm doing, and then you can change it and improve it or make it better for yourself. So what is your goals? Let's travel before retirement, not to be like these people who they work the whole life, and when they saw to the Venice to finally go to the gondola, they fell asleep because of their life. Yes, do the travel before the times, meet new friends, go out of your comfort zone, because definitely you need to go outside if you want to learn something else. Learn new skills, improve your English, and you'll see in the year or two you can be totally different. So what I really suggest here is that try to follow me and envision what you want to do with your project, with your ideas, and with everything. So, okay. So how our training will look like? Generally, like this. Last year, we have, 25 teams, and 25 teams finished. So that means everybody finished. And this is the goal for this year as well. So from general, calculation, now we have 39 teams, but that does not mean that we will stay with that, because we have about 60% approval rate. I mean, at the beginning, they started about, for the first two coaching was about 40 teams started, but then after the second one stayed with the 25 teams. So whoever will do everything I will suggest will finish this education. So this is my promise. Last year, I was only me as a coach, but this year, me and 15 project manager will support you. So we will have much more power to do this, because okay, I can do one thing, but there is a lot of different approaches, and we will empower you with different approaches, different strategies. We also develop few different project writing strategies. I'm really eager to show you how we do it. Even this year, we will do participative project writing. So this is very something new. Nobody did it before. Nobody. So this is very first time. So you will have possibility to see some of the similar projects other people will develop. So what does that mean? You know, we will through, you know, coaching, we will see that somebody else is doing something very similar, and we will give you, and we will ask you if you want to share your own project writing with them, so you will learn from them and they will learn from you. So that will mean that we will have a lot of different possibility to see different projects, different approaches, different text, you know, and this is much easier work to do for the future. What we also we will do, we will help you to finish application, and we will allow you to be part more than one project, because we will know also who you are and what you're doing. And when another group will search for the partner, you know, we will suggest, look, get this team into the project. So I cannot promise, but we will try to do this, that you will develop one project and you will be also the part of another project. So at the end of the day, possibly you will have two different projects. So this really increased the chances to be approved this year, and this was never done before. So we are doing really something state of the art is this. So there is no better coaching about project management in Europe now, and I can really tell, especially with the approach we have. So yes, definitely you will get new partners, you will learn about future work, how you learn, and if you will be approved, and if we will be part of your project as well, because probably you will want me as a partner as well, but this is not obligation. Then I can also help you with the leading approved project. So what is the project management and how we can do the project management? We've been discussing with our project management team lately how we can help you with the project management strategy. So probably we will do another 10 weeks coaching later during the year, how to really run the Erasmus Plus projects without Word, without emails. Because this is the old school, and that should stop. And because, you know, people just try to use it without the definite goal, and we will show you how we will do it very, very easy. And this is the goal for that we will provide the value and not have a problem with the development of the project management solutions. So what will be in this 10 weeks coaching? Per week we'll have my lecture. This will be a kind of online guidance. So what does that mean? So I will every week try to do in 19 minutes to expose what I'm doing and how I'm doing. So it is the best way how to present my knowledge. And then during the week, you will have 2 to 4 hours of your work until next meeting. So this is up to you how you will do it. So during the week, you will have 1 week that your team will start to work on the task I will show you, and you will then present your homework until the next week. Me and my team will start to coach after the 4th week, 45 minutes per week. So every team will get the personal support, one-to-one support 45 minutes per week. And that means a lot of obligation for me and my team. So I'm really looking forward to good quality of the projects. We will have the question answering at the beginning of the next meeting. But very short time, probably 5 minutes. So I will find a way how you'll select your questions. And of course, also I will show some examples of your improvements, which I will suggest, and then we'll have another lecture. So where we will focus. If you know, when I have given you the registration form, there was a question: what is your single biggest challenge right now while developing and working with Erasmus Plus projects? And I will focus for what people is asking. So if you didn't write anything there, this is not good for you. You know, I will use whatever it is here, and I will focus for that. So I went through all 100 application and tried to figure it out. What is the best, or what is the most needed thing to tell? So I will choose from there, and I'll try to improve my already developed presentations to fit those goals. People have been asking me, old project updates? No, I suggest that you start with the fresh new idea, not with the old projects. That way you will learn a new way how to develop the projects, and when you'll know that knowledge, at the end of those 10 weeks, you can also update your old project. What does that mean? So you will develop one project from the beginning to end and have it ready, and then with that knowledge you can improve another one, so you can have potentially another project for this year. So I already promised you probably 2 projects, and if you update your own projects, another one, so maybe even 3 projects for that year. So this is very, very important. But I will make also a special webinar how to figure it out, what was wrong with the existing or previous project idea and how to make it better. You know, so this will be in another session. Okay, now about some mindsetting, because a lot of people was afraid to share the project idea with other people. And this is the first thing what we really see that have people problem. Me too. I was struggling with this fear for years. Somebody will steal my idea, I shouldn't show it, and so on. But the truth is, the same idea and 5 teams, and we will get 5 totally different projects. Why? Because everybody have perspective, solution, way of thinking, experience, a different partnership, different value to provide, different process to implement. So don't be worried that somebody else will steal your project idea. And you need to adopt that mindset, just because everything here is shared. So you need to go from, you know, privacy to the transparency, and you will see that you will get really much more from that approach than you know, hiding everything for yourself. So to prove that, I will give you my 6 projects idea, which I never have time to develop it, and you can use it. So this is projects idea, for example, you know, for example, mind setting, good practices that you can. I see a lot of students, I cannot do it, this is so difficult, I cannot, you know, or give child a right limit. Every child now is so, you know, demanding. How to give the right limit to the child. Or teacherpreneurs. We have entrepreneurship learning in the schools, and those teachers were never entrepreneurs. So how can teach, you know, Or improve recess time in schools. You know, recessing time was in Finland, for example, between the hours increased from 5 minutes to 15 minutes every time. So you have shorter hours and still much better results. So what is going on? So we can make project with that. Or gamification oriented persistent training. So kids are not persistent anymore. You know, they everything want in 1 minute. So how to teach them persistence? You know, if you want to develop your own company, if you want to be students in school, if you want to be, you know, doctor, you need to have persistence in that thing cover. So how to teach them? Motivational students, you know that a lot of students just want a diploma. I don't need any knowledge, just diploma, give me where I can pay. So, you know, this is all projects. Or increase academic results of students using game-based learning. Or lack of emotional intelligence, you know that people don't feel other people. So because of that, we have some different destruction in the world. So, and here is another 16, problem solving, developing problem thinking skills, learning entrepreneurship in primary school, students as teachers, teaching problem solving skills in primary school. So you can watch again recording later and try to figure it out. If something with you, ring a bell and use it. But not, if not, you will then later see how I suggest to find the best idea for the project. What will be the processes of deaf education? So, as I already said, we have 10 weeks online coaching from the initial call, this is today. And we will talk about selecting best project idea today. And next week, so probably will be the most problematic because we'll have such a big things to cover. Problem, causes, consequences, evidences, needs of the target group, and then in 3, innovation, what is bridging, project implementation, output definition, the pair diagram. This is general how you will develop idea, and then we will have 4 weeks writing, and after those 4 weeks we'll have finance developing, and we will have expert evaluation. I will check, I will show you later how we will do that. But it is very important that we will have this first. So after the 3 weeks, we will have group evaluation of projects ideas. So this picture is from one of my workshops when we are doing evaluation of the ideas with the stickers. We will do it here online. But idea behind this is that when you will develop idea, other 25 or whatever number of the teams will check your idea and give you feedback. So after the 3rd week, you will have 30 feedbacks, what you should improve, what is good, what is not good. So this is very important for your further development of the project. So this group evaluation is very important. It is also a moment of truth because everyone thinks that his child is the best and the nicest, and and you're frustrating when somebody else say, yeah, but you need to do this, and you need to deal with that, because if you will not, the first time whoever somebody will give you the feedback will be evaluator. And then it's too late. And then it's another year. So improve that. This is like you don't want to look yourself into the mirror. It's stupid. So we will give you feedback of those 30 feedbacks. Then we will have also 1 week when you will update your idea after evaluation, and you also did the detailed intellectual output, and you will do the pair diagram. Nobody is talking about pair diagram until now. but this is essential tool for good project idea, good writing, and at the end of the day, you will need to have paired diagram for the kickoff meeting. If you don't have it, you will need to prepare it then. So why not you have it here now? And this is the only one thing I need when I go to the kickoff. That's it. Short, developed, pair diagram, and pair diagram is in one page, nothing else. So yeah, after that, whole my team will evaluate all your project's idea. You know, not in the way that evaluator will do, but we will rank all those projects idea to make some kind of distinctions and give also the feedback, of course. But based on that evaluations, we will do 3 different groups. So the best 10 will be coached by me, because I can do maybe with the 10 teams, I cannot do much more. If you want to really have very good detailed feedback, then other 15 teams will be coached by our project management group. And the rest of the team then will be coached offline using different tools. I will show you how to do that later. But idea is that at least 25 teams will be coached by us at least 1 hour per week, which is very important. So if we will do that way, maybe we will even increase that number. If you will see that this is the rest of the team, just 2 or 3 teams, then we will increase those numbers. So everybody will have person face-to-face coaching, but this will be developed during the day. So this is a competition, kind of. But I will say that this is more gamification, because in any case, at the end of the day, when you will develop the project, somebody will evaluate and you will be ranked. So here is a good approach to see if your idea is good and is not. So you will have at least 2 evaluation and again, one at the end of the project. So after those rest of the weeks, we will have project ready for the submission. So from weeks 5 to 8, you will have those coaching, whether by me or by my project team. So we will also have in the 5th week partner selection and start of application working. So if you will be the partner in another project, you will need to do the partner work there, and also you need to do your application here. This is the normal process, because if you are a partner, you need to help in other, but you also need to lead the development of your project. So I will show you how to do it, how to do that. And so we will have in 4 weeks, we will have developing those applications, have my lectures, and of course coaching for that. So we will help you to prepare this. So at the end of those 10 weeks, maybe even we will spend a week or 2 later if we will see that we need to do something like that. But and the 10th week, we will have some kind of expert evaluation. Again, it will not be the same as final evaluators, because we don't have time to develop 25, but we will give you, you know, kind of short feedback on that. So I think it's very important that that you really know that you can do this with 3 different evaluations. So this is 10 weeks online coaching will be. So first 2 lectures will be just me, and then from 3rd lecture, I will have 1 guest, and those guests will be my project management team. So you will meet them. So you will know them in advance if you will work with them. So after the 3rd week, we'll have this group evaluation, I said. Then we will have another week, and then we will select the group. And so 10 people or 10 teams will be coached by me, and 15 by my project management team, and we will see how many will be here. And after 8 weeks, we will have team-to-team evaluation. That means that you will, as a team, need to evaluate another project. Why? Because you will see how other teams is working, you will learn from them, and you will also give the feedback to them. So this is very important. So you will learn how other people is doing and also give the positive feedback. So we will learn one from other. So that was not done before, and this is very important for the learning purposes you will do in that 10 weeks. We will also have our workspace. We will have dedicated workspace for our work using Google Sheets. I suggest, if you don't still have Gmail, you need Google account, because we will be shared everything with the Google account. So this is time to create it if you don't have it, but I will show you how you can do it later. And that workspace, you will have all webinar recordings. You will see what other people is doing. You will learning from each other, and you will see all the evaluations also there. So we can learn from that. Okay. So I will not stop now with some specific questions, because we really need to go forward. And now, in the next hour, I will show the mindset behind preparing the idea. I will give you the 6 steps to define your idea. I will show you what you need to do until next week, and then we will have also few minutes of the question and answers. So if you have any question, you can also put it into the chat. If we will not have time to do this, I will prepare special email and answer it later. So if I cannot cover it now, because more than 90 minutes, I think we are not concentrated anymore. Okay. Project development mindset. What is that? This is probably work of 25 years to finally figure it out. That you need to change your mindset, that you're not struggling for getting the project, but you struggle to provide the value. And when you will provide the value, when you will know how to serve your people, when you will know how to give support to your target group, then your project will be approved. So this is totally different approach everybody is doing. So our team knows that you need to go to the provide value if you want to get a project approved. And just with that mindset, I drastically improved that my approval rate. I cannot say for how many %, but drastically, because I start to think totally different. And what does that mean? That also means that you need to have a leadership, that you need to have the leadership. Just a second. Okay. Can you still see my screen? No? Okay.
No, no.
Okay, thank you. I will share again very quickly. Okay, can you see now? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just a second. I did something wrong and I will just help you. Okay, so before I said providing value. So what does that mean also? That also means that you need to change your mindset about leadership. You know, the problem is that all education you have until now, they teach you how to follow the rules, and at the end of your education, you will be employed. So that means that you are waiting for somebody else to give you a job, which for me is totally untrue. If I will follow that guide, next week I will not go to the vacation on Caribbean island and still have a job, because my boss will fire me. Why you cannot do it? But when you start to think with your head differently, you need to start to be a leader. And leader means that you will go first to think what you need to do to serve other people, to give them a job. And you are not waiting that somebody else will give you a job. And then that difference between your salary and your boss salary or your owner of your company salary, this difference is your fear. Because your fear, what will happen, what will do, you know, those kind of questions. So what this requires, so this new approach requires leadership. And that leadership means that you'll start to think how you can be a leader, but first with your task and your achievement. That means that you need to figure it out, what is the goal of this 10 weeks exercise for you. It is really just to make a project or to learn something or really provide a value for somebody else. Because if you'll provide somebody else, the consequences for that value will be project approval and the money as well, of course. So you need to do the persistent that you will do the job in any case. From 1 week to another, you will have 4-6 hours, I don't know, maybe even 10 if you're a beginner. And then you will see that you have other work to do, you need to sleep, I don't have time, blah, blah, blah. You know, is that really leadership? That answers? So you need to trust the model, how to do it. Do your job despite any problem, and do whatever is requested to you, because then you can invent your own strategy later, maybe even better system. And you need to trust me to follow my lead, and I will show you how I did it, and then you can do differently if you want. But now you need to follow my lead. And this is the leadership. Leadership that you know what you want to do. So I really request this for me, because I still really hope that this statistic will not be true, because you know, this is general statistics of my face-to-face education. 60% of the participants there is coming just because they had 3 days off from their job. You know, okay, if this is your goal, then it's okay. But if this would be classic education, 60% of you will not finish these 10 weeks. And I really, really hope that this statistic will not be as I said now. So if you'll be leadership for yourself, you are motivated to that goal, you have no deviation, you allow small daily pains, and this pains is out of your comfort zone. You'll need to do something you don't want to do it to achieve really big long-term goals. So that means small daily pains. This is like, you know, I want to lose some fat, you know. If I will do every day just 5 to 10 minutes workout, I will do it. But we are not doing that. So what is the problem? Because we are not motivated, because we are not leadership, because we don't have this goal very strictly in my horizon. So you also need to listen to yourself, you know, what is the best time to work? You know, is this at the evenings, the morning? What is the hardest for you to improve? You know, those kind of stuff. So you need to listen to yourself. So I will probably hear or listen about that. I didn't have enough time this week. You know, I need to sleep too. People need to sleep too. But I will answer as Schwarzenegger did. But then sleep faster. What is the problem? You know, you need to go out of your comfort zone. I had other obligation that time. My mother-in-law came from another city and I need to be the whole day with her. I had this and this problem, but you need to know at the end of the day, these are excuses just for yourself. I will not be disappointed because I'm used to that, but I just want you to know if you will say something, it's just excuse to yourself. But what I will do, you know, I will really monitor what you're doing, and I will really focus to the people who is providing the every week the work, you know, the exercise they need to do. That, so I will not follow those or focus on those who are the best ideas. I will follow those who really diligently do what is expected from them, because those people will really success on the long term. You know, I know that people sometimes are very smart, but, you know, lazy as hell, you know, and this is the really difficult approach. So how we will start to do that? I really suggest that we will have 2 to 3 people in one team, you know, not, if possible, just one person in the team, because I have lonely wolf, because I did that before, because I work best if I'm alone, you know, again, excuses. Try to follow my lead. Be at least 2 persons in one team, because that means the more people will constantly check the ideas and find the best solution. If you're alone, you're talking to yourself, and answer to any question is yes, of course. Your questioning and your answering cannot be different. So if you'll have 2 to 3 3 people in the team, it will be much easier. And more people is more likely to finish the task on time from one week to another. You know, sometimes you really have mother-in-law who is coming and you cannot finish. So, you know, other 2 people from the team will know, help you later. So this is the idea. But you will also need to open yourself to other team, you know, for the cooperation. And so this is again the approach who will start to open to yourself to the world, to be extrovert. So my suggestion is that you will define weekly time slot for your team. You know, for example, if I'm doing this in the Tuesday in the evening, maybe the best for you is that you will do, let's say, Friday morning, whatever is best for your team. But you need to have constant time, that every week you will know that this is time just specially for that. If not, time will go and there will be, you know, end of the week, and you will be, you know, again have other things to do. So define your weekly time slot. This will give you the power and persistence because you'll need to do it, and you will allow you to stay on top of the task, so you will never be behind. I need to tell you, once you will be behind, you will never catch up again. I can promise you, but not because I, have a problem with you, but because I know that you will just try to do as a child in the secondary or primary school, you do what teacher says. And this is not the goal of this education. You will need to be, before I will ask, you need to answer, because you understand the procedure, because you know how to do it best. And this is, what you be if you'll do this time slot. And you need to know that every week task will be more and more difficult. So you need to start with your daily habits, maybe even to start to work, differently. I need to sometimes, whatever you're doing in the morning, maybe you're waking early, do the prayer or meditation, or then you go, to do some exercises. Maybe you need to include some kind of reading and thinking about that project. This is your daily habit. You do what you need to do. Okay, so what I did in the past to understand the project, and how to understand the complete projects of the not just Erasmus Plus. What I'm talking here is about whatever project you will have. This will be, Horizon, it will be, Erasmus or whatever, or Norwegian fund. We just submitted one project, and we know this, we have some kind of problem, but in any case, the thinking is the same. So what I did in the past, I really struggled when I saw this, this structure, that was 2 years ago when it still was in the PDF, and I didn't know, because every time when I open something, I think that this is the double. I already answered this, and what I need to answer it again. So, if I will express what I really think at that time, will be just, that sound, because I was really pissed off. So I need to go outside and try to find what are those, really parts of the application. What is the problem, consequences, causes, and then I try to figure it out, and this is how you see the application with a lot of different things, just where did they fit? You don't know. So then I try to organize the data that I will create the sketch which my mind can understand. And that was really, breakthrough. There is no such a picture anywhere else in the Europe. Nobody is using this. But this is the easiest way how to understand the project. And probably this is, I don't know, maybe this is the fifth or sixth or seventh version of it, because I try to do it different way, but this is the easiest to understand. And I will explain over those 10 weeks, what is that and how to do this. So in general, that means that we will go from current situation to the improved situation. So we are now, and that improved situation means, and this is the consequences, to give you a feedback or give you the value. So what I need to do to really create this improved situation is 4 steps. First is the why. We need to answer why, and why this problem affects us. Why we are doing that project? What value we will provide? We are not asking, we are not stating what. Nobody wants to hear what you were doing, but everybody wants to hear why you're doing. And you need to understand this, because evaluator will ask you that way. with why, not what you're doing. What is, you know, at the end of the day, you will answer how you will do it. Who is affected? So who will have, you know, problem, or what problem is affected? Who is affected by this problem? So you will answer this. So with that, you will tell the evaluator, I know this problem. And this is very important for the evaluators to say, yes, you are expert in the field, you can answer this. If not, the evaluator will say, how do you know? Even your needs analysis will show that this is not important. And then you will say how you will solve it and what will be changed. You see that it is the last question, but I saw so many projects which state at the beginning, we will do workshop, blah, blah, blah. Yes. Why is the first question. The last question, what you will be changed and how. So with that, you will say, I know how to fix it. So I am a competent person to talk about this situation. So I start with current situation, I know the problems, and this is my improved situation. Okay, before we start again with more deep, what elements should have a good Erasmus Plus projects idea? Now we are talking specifically about Erasmus Plus. From my perspective, this is very important. So elements of good projects idea is that we have identified the problem, that we know reasons and consequences. You know, if you don't know what the reasons are for that problem, you cannot answer some questions. If you don't know the consequences, you cannot prove that the project is needed and important. You will need to know who is the target group. So who is affected? Who is affected? Who has a problem with that problem? What is innovative aspect of that project? What you need to define the results very smart, and this is, you know how to do it already, but we will start to do again. Has a really general budget, and I explain you later also how to do that. And you exactly need to know what will be impact on the target group. And the impact should be solution of the problem. So how to prove that? There is a few steps, but it is very important that preparation for the application writing, I will repeat again, is the most important part of the application writing. Why? Because I saw again and again, even this year, I mean, last year, the people start to open the application form and start to write text. And that's it. We will see what will develop here, you know, and then you start to write here something, and then is the next section, and you write something, and then you see that is not good with the previous section, then you start to correct the first section again, and this is never-ending story. Never good project, never, okay, maybe sometimes improve, but never good project. So that's why we will do 4 weeks of the preparation for that. So now is the essence of today's lecture, how to select project idea. So past experience show that project success starts with the selection of the project idea. And there is a 4-factor about statistic which I made with all past projects of mine. So it is number of the project already developed in this field. That means more is number of the project in the field, less, you know, is, you know, you will probably don't have possibility to be applied, to be approved. So if there is a crowd, you will have lesser possibility though. So you need to find the niche which is still not proved, or still not do anything in that. That you have good potential for impact. That means that you try to figure it out how you provide the value. So on how many people your project will have an impact, not just with the number, but probably also with the different approach you will do. So I will explain this also later. Will be innovative. If your project is not innovative, that means that everybody can do it. And if everybody can do it, how do you think evaluators will select you? You need to be different. You just need to try to think how you select maybe some kind of goods on the internet. What do you do? Do you read, declaration? You will probably already try to find what is the best, innovative, cheaper, how longer shelf life, whatever, different. So you need to be innovative. And this is suggestions for you. Should be easy to describe or develop. Some projects are very, very difficult to describe, but some is much easier. So if you will have those 4 factors evaluated, you will know which project is best. So I will show you later how to do this. So this is my proof that this statistic is working. Projects, ideas, 5 project idea from previous years. Overparenting, nobody did that before. Humor in the classroom, nobody did that before. Mind setting, prevent cyberbullying, nobody did that before. Overcoming fear of failure, very strange address, nobody did it before. So if you'll find the niche and you will see that they will have an impact, as I said before, it is most important part of your application, to find those things. So I will show you now 6-step procedure to find and select winning project idea. This is very important. So first, very easy, find the original idea, of course, but how and what to do it. So this is the places I try and go to find good idea. I've tried to find it in European policies. This is the easiest way, and I'll show you pray. I will show you later. Some kind of problems you have in your school or your environment, you can solve that. Past project and need of upgrade. I had one project which I reapplied 4 times, which means that I developed it first and then upgraded it with a new idea and new partners. And again, upgraded with a new idea and new partners 4 times. So you can do it, but this is not recycling the old project. This is providing value to the different target group with a different way. And this is also what is very important. And then what people is already doing, try to see what kind of projects other people is developing, or ideas and areas that interest me. So if you're interested in some kind of ideas, you go there because this is near to your heart, and because of that you can really do developing a good project. As I said, upgrade of the past project, or the problems that we all know and must be solved. So just go there. So this is areas where you can go. So why ideas in the European policies? Because this is very important. In the European policies, you will see the improvement of the basic skills for the language, for the literacy, for the numeracy, information and communication technologies. And you will see there in those policies, they will say, because of that and that, we need to change this. And this is the easiest way for you to find the, proving why we are doing this. For example, This is just in one European policy in the 2018 PISA, and he said, compared to the PISA results, share of low achievers has increased. That means 4% is education in current state worse than 4 years before. So what we are doing, that our education is decreasing. So you will find this in the policy, and this is the best way how to prove your project needs to be done. So this is one of the sections you will need to have if you want to prove your project. So read European policies. This is the nice night reading. You will see, you will sleep very fast. But the idea behind it that you will find some facts which is very important for your next projects. Or, for example, European Key Competences Framework. If you don't know what is key competence, I really suggest that you start to read, because a lot of project is doing about key competence. Even there was key factors for many national agencies, priority sector sections for the previous 2 years. So this is 8 key competences, and you should know it by heart very soon. Communication in mother tongue, in the foreign language, mathematical competence, digital competence, learning to learn, social and civic competence, sense of initiative and entrepreneurship, and cultural awareness. So whatever you will do in those 8 factors, it is probably be approved if you have a good base point of that. So I also see that learning to learn is not crowded section. How to learn? Because we have long life learning that my friend said. Instead of long life learning, he said learning about long life. And yeah, I can do this as well. If you'll try to see what is Europe 2020 declaration, please find it. Probably now we'll have another declaration, Europe 2030, and you can see what Europe find interesting in all those sections. So what to do here? I suggest that you'll find 5 ideas which you think will be good project idea based on that what I already said. 5 project idea. So every team 5 projects idea. We will do a recapitulation at the end of the meeting, but you will need to find at least 5. If this will be 10 or 15, even better. You will need to list it for the future use, and then you know, we will evaluate it. But what I am doing, I'm not trying to find ideas, you know, just before starting to write the application. I have, you know, the complete list in one, or in my phone, or I have special book for that. Idea behind is that you have readily available project idea. When then new project deadline is, you have 20 projects already there. So you choose, this is good fit for that call. So when I get idea, I write it in, or sometimes when you see the strange statistics, this is what I need to use, or this is the long process. So you are not using it just today. I suggest that you have constant list for your project's idea. Okay, when you have the list, we will go to the next steps. We'll try to find number of projects in that field. If you still don't know that, this is your very, very, very important website. Why? Because every project of Erasmus Plus is listed here. So you really need to know what is going on there. So when you have the project idea, you will go definitely here at the advanced search, as is here. Then you type in Erasmus and do the key action 2, because we will develop this for the key action 2. And you try to see or find non-saturated field or rare idea. So if you have idea, and this will be number of the projects, just 1 or 2 or something like that, this is the project you're looking for. You know, if I will go somewhere, maybe now, just a second, we will just go to the and try to see how is that. So let's say Erasmus result platform. This is what you need to have it here. Very slow today, I don't know why. But idea is that you will go here and type whatever you will type. Let's say that you will say learning. And if you see that 100,000 projects is about learning, this is not what you're looking for. So try to do something different. Let's say early school leaving. 10,000 projects. Not good again. And as I said before, over parenting, which was our project, just one project. And we applied it this year in Portugal. So this is the way to find the good project idea. So non-saturated field when you can see somebody not doing anything. So try to find that, that idea. So again, humor in the classroom, just one project, applied in Bulgaria. Mindset, cyberbullying, just 3 projects, one of us is ours, applied in Netherlands. So when you have those 5 ideas, try to find, the idea which is not saturated. Okay, then you try to evaluate the impact, how these projects can possibly change the world of your target group. So how these projects can be useful, how you will provide the value. So the question is, how many lives will you change? So this is the question I already showed before. Why is that so important? Because you will see that you will find a lot of questions about this in the application. This is all about Erasmus Plus projects, and providing value to someone else who need it is very beneficial. This is the value for you. So you need to answer on how many people, not now, you will have the impact and what will be different after the project. So you need to have the vision. Now we have problem with that. What will be the vision? How you will change those people's lives? So for example, what we did in the previous application, we said with our project, after our projects, students will read 3.8 times faster than now. So very short, very distinctive, and very different. So this is the vision of the project. So what will be impact? How different it could be? So be different. So impact on the project is also reflected in the application. So this declaration is your vision at the beginning of that. And then project impact is also in indicators. And you need to know that indicators are your contractual obligation to the national agency. If you'll say that you will you know, teach 1,000 students, evaluator, we said this is good project because it will have good impact. But then you need to show how you will really have, you know, possibility to teach 1,000 students. How we will do it? Who will do it? When we will do it? In what groups? Face to face, online. So you need to know how. So this is the impact, and this is the part of the indicators. And also description about the impact and the implication. You will have the complete section to describe what the impact will be. And you know, as I said before, students will now read 3.8 times faster than before. This will have impact on their academic performance. That will have impact on their future life because they learn faster. You know, you can envision what you will do with your project. And this is the providing of the value. This is not how to get the project. This is providing the value. And you can see what is the shift from, you know, begging evaluators for the project to really be competent because I know that my project is the best and this will be impact of my target group. And this is totally different in, you know, mindset that most of the people is doing. Okay. The fourth one is very important also. What is the innovation? How your approach is different. So what is definition? Definition is generally new method or new idea or new product or a new combination of existing, so never used before, or a new approach to solve existing problem. And that third is probably the most important for the Erasmus+. Why? Because you will need to show your approach every time in Erasmus Plus project. So this is the idea, you need to have it. So why I'm telling you this? Without innovation, you will fall. You will not get approved. Because evaluators will say, you know, we have a tons of similar projects. And you need to say at the beginning why your project is different, why somebody needs to give you 200 or 300,000 euros. So you need to think that way. Will you give somebody else 300,000 euros if they will come with a project like this to you? And this is very important to know. Okay. You need to also know, if you still haven't read the Management 3.0, I greatly give you advice to read it, because this is the different approach to the current situation, to the current management. And this is from, you know, top to bottom management, from the hierarchy to the networking, to supporting people. And in this book, you will see the recent research shown that the copying of idea is the most successful of all improvement strategies. What does that mean? That means that you can use existing idea and mold it into something else. And this means that your team should spend most of their learning time copying ideas from other sources, to learn from that, and only little time spent on investing in inventing your own ideas. So get existing, learn from them, mold into different, and add something else, especially at the beginning, because you don't know. This is like Lego cubes. You can put it in different direction, and this is important. So read it to understand, and this is also about agile management. If you don't know what is that, you will see that it will really help you plan without the plan, which is crazy to say, but you know, for all you who is, let's say, control freak, if I can say this. This is very important stuff. So This is also one rule I need to give you. I really love Rumi, you know, and you know, all the people from Turkey really know who is he. And he's saying, forget safety, live where you fear to live. That means go out to your comfort zone, destroy your reputation, be notorious, be different. And this is the Rumi. And this is the first rule of innovation. So let's say how people, or how you will, how did you find me? Probably because I'm different, because I'm giving everything for free, because I know that giving you advice will have impact on you, and consequently we probably will work together. I'm not afraid to say that if you will find me, that I have knowledge and I can cooperate with you, that you give me the hand and try to work project together. Why not? So let's do that. And you need to say at the beginning, people will also, you know, judge you because you are different. But at the end of the day, they will begin to copy you. And after 2 years working as I'm working, you know, opening to other, I starting to see other companies and other people starting to develop similar education like me. And this is not competition for me. I think this just means that I did some impact. I give some value and I change somebody's life. And this is big. For me, this is a really satisfaction. I need to say that I love that. So be different, be notorious, be somebody else. So in this webinar, we will also talk a lot of innovation and how we will approach, and this will be main center after the 3rd week, I think. So we will try to figure it out how we will do that innovation. I have 3 different tools, how to do it, from problem tree and the bridging, and then also to good practices combination. And I will teach you how I'm doing this. So what are the tools to boost your innovation? As I said, okay, I know them by heart. I just proved that. It's not just written there. So problem solving tree, bridging, and new use of existing good practices. So we can use those 3 tools to innovation. If you don't know what they are, you can look up. You will probably not find bridging because this is my invention. But other 2, you can find it and you can learn it. But I will explain all of them in our section. So. Okay, 1 hour and 20 minutes, so I'll try to be quick. So difficulty to write the project. So it is very important that you will find a project which is easy to write for you. Why? If it is project very difficult to write, if you don't find, you know, the evidences, if you know, don't like it, you will not make a good project. So do you have the interest to work on this idea despite the possible negative feedback? Is the best answer you can have on this question. So if you're really interested, you don't mind if you'll be, you know, accepted or not, because you want to change it really, really hard. And if you will ask this and you will answer yes, that will mean that you really want to do it. And this is very good factor for you. Do you have professional or personal interest to develop this kind of project? So, or is this project your real need? Do you really need it? Because one of you wrote that you want, that you don't know about needs analysis. But I will show you later that we will have at least 3 needs analysis, if not 4 different needs analysis. And one needs analysis is about you. Do I really need as a partner that project? And nobody is doing that. You know, if you'll try to do this really good, this will be another very important information. And of course, do you really like the idea? So when your team will try to develop, try to figure it out if you really like the idea. If you don't like the idea, your project will not be approved. You know, this is very difficult then. Okay. Yes, again, it is difficult to prove the facts behind the idea. That means if you cannot find the statistic, if you cannot find the articles, if you cannot buy somebody else already talking about this, you will be in difficult position to prove those facts. So you need to find something which can be, you know, developed. Okay, finally, as I already said, you need to evaluate your 5 or more different ideas. So is it really possible to know in advance how your project idea will perform? So when I developed this tool, I really didn't know what will happen. But, you know, when I did it and I compare it with my previous projects, I really get very, very similar, you know, number of points like I got from the evaluation. So the tool is working, but this tool is not to share, the results. I mean, because you will evaluate it differently than somebody else. So this is just for you. So is to evaluate your idea and don't share the results. The results are not absolute. So if you will evaluate is like 100 points, somebody else will evaluate it 150, and third, you know, will evaluate 70. It is very important that all 5 ideas you will have, or let's 10, will be evaluated by the same team. So that means that every idea will be, you know, based of the same number of evaluators, and they will give the same attitudes to those. If not, that will not work. It will give the results of your idea, so you can choose and select the best idea you have. So, as I said, this is project idea evaluation tool. I will give the link if you don't have it already. So for example, overparenting, as I said, this is 4 different projects. We already got it. And I tried to evaluate it before, you know. Rareness, you know, 1 to 10. So 10 means very rare, and overparenting was very rare. Impact was, you know, 8, innovation 8, easiness 7, and we got, so this is the result, 89.6. And you know, the result we have from National Agency of Portugal was 89 points. I almost fell down when I saw that. And that was, you know, really prove to myself that this is working. But as I said, this is not something to share. It's just about you. So don't share the results. It's just about you. So I will give you the link for that so we can use it. Okay, so we went through what we did in how you can do your 6 steps and what you need to do. So I also recording that so you can later find it in the section, and this workspace will be when you can find it. So store this address. This is your address for our workspace, bit.ly 10 weeks 10 teams hyphen workspace. Everything low, so no capitals, just lowercase. 10 weeks 10 teams hyphen workspace. Why you need to have this? Because this is the only address you will need to have. Everything you need for those 10 weeks will be in those workspace. And I'll show you now what is that. So there, There you can find the teams who is participating in this education, all the projects ideas, so you can find what somebody else is doing. As I said before, you can share the project idea. There is no problem because everybody will do the project differently. You will see the different resources, all templates you will need, all website you will need. So whatever I'm asking from you will be in those resource section. All the meetings, all links, all recordings, and all homeworks will be here. So we will use just one file for everything. And this is the same as I'm using that similar system for the running all my projects. And this is proved to be very successful. So homework. You will get specific section in that, and you will see. So the first step you will need to do is register your team into the workspace. So team will have just a number. We will not have the names, team 1, 2, 3, 4. And you will just select one. You will write your country, number of team members, and give here names and Gmail address. This is important, Gmail address. Why? Because I will share this later to the specific people. So who else will be here will have the access to the workspace. So nobody else from the site can enter that workspace. So this is just hours later. Today or until the next week, you need to do your team registration. And after that, we will log that workspace. Nobody can enter, nobody can see what you're doing. Unless you will give the username and password of your Gmail address, and then I think you need to ask yourself about health problems. Okay, so first task will be register your teams or team. The second, you will need to find 5 projects ideas, evaluate them, and write the name into the workspace. So projects idea, team 1, name of the projects, and link to the project idea. I will show you later how you can do this. So when you'll try to develop, don't stop at the first project idea. Sometimes this is very difficult, could be frustrating, could be, do diligent work on that, spend few hours of that brainstorming, because it is very important, that you find the idea. Nobody will work on it, so have maybe 2 or 3 workshops. Those workshops could be, buy coffee, or buy chai, or whatever you want to use it, or beer. It's up to you, and try to have some kind of environment which will give you new ideas, and find at least 5 different good projects idea. This is very important to find good. Then use this 6 steps approach as explained to find the best idea. And you will then download project idea template and fill those sections 2 and 3. And I will show now how you can do it. So project idea template you will also can find here. So in the section you will find the project template. This is resources. Okay, I will open now that resource file for you, so you can see what does that mean. So again, we can start from here. This is our, yeah, I see you already start to work on it. So everybody here should just enter your team, number of teams, names, and all the Gmail. So for example, Nina Stojanovic, if this email is good for sharing with the Gmail, that is good. If not, you will have a problem because I will share this to anybody. So try to figure it out if this is okay. So first, register your teams here. So whatever you will do, just do it. You can leave some of those teams, space, but we will later try to find what is the option. Okay, so this is the first step. First step. Second is find 5 projects ideas. So projects ideas is here. Just a second. I need to move it up this. So you will find different section on the bottom. Here is the registration. Then you will find the projects. And here you will write the project's idea. So for example, if this is the team 1 from Spain, is also the team 1 here. And you will write the name of the project here and the link to the project idea. I'll show you where you will get the file for that. So name of the project is here as a result of the second step. When you find project idea, when you evaluate them and write name here into the workspace. So third step is download project idea, fill in the section 1 and 2 and put the link into workspace. So what are project idea template? So we need to download the project idea template here and write those 2 sections. So I will show you now where you can find it. So here in the resources, you will find idea and concept template. And you just click here and you can open your template for the project's idea. So this is the template you will using for the development for all those 10 weeks. Please mind, don't write to me that I need to give you permission to edit. I will not give you permission to edit because you need to click File, make a copy. You need to do a make a copy here on the left side to do your own copy. And when you'll have this own copy, then you can use it as you want. So this is the second section. For the beginning, leave this project instruction here. It's just for your reminding. You will know it by heart later after that 10 weeks. And what you need to do is to just prepare those 2 sentences. First is the vision. So this is the first example. With our training, students will read and comprehend text on average 3 times faster. This is my vision. And important is just 1 sentence. Don't give me 2 sentences or 5 sentences. 1 sentence. Okay? Why is that so important? Because if you cannot make 1 sentence, that means that your idea is not developed well. Because that means that you want to put everything in to impress the evaluator. And this is not good. So idea needs to be very clear and very easy to understand. And the second, describe the problem in 1 line of text. 1 line, I mean 1 paragraph. For example, reading is changing. Students read 60% of the text on the screens, which require different skills for comprehension. And we, in that project, we later tried to really show what is the problem with the reading, what is the difference between the reading on the paper and the reading on the screen. And this is to do 2 different skills. And so this is the vision and this is the problem. So try to do it in 1 sentence. So as I said, first download that project idea template here, make a copy, and then fill those 2 sections, and then put the link to the file. So when you will have your link, you copy your link of the file here, and then you will go back to your workspace and set my team develop, and this is the link for my project. Please don't forget that you need to share here on the top. You need to share everyone with the link at least, or share with somebody else. But I suggest share anyone with the link can view or comment, that everybody can see your document, can comment it, but cannot change it. Okay? So you can do here with that, and go here below with the change and set anyone with the link, and it is viewer and the commenter. Okay? So this is the approach you will do. And then you can definitely paste the link here. Okay, so at the end of the week means next Sunday or this Sunday after midnight. So Monday morning when I open this, I need to find all those ideas you develop for me to look at it, to find if you do something else, if it's really good or not, if we could change something or whatever. So Sunday evening is less time to develop something for you. So again, what you need to do, register your team, find 5 project idea, select one, give the name, and here prepare vision and the problem in 1 sentence. So, you know, actually this is the 1 hour of work. If you already have the idea, if not, you will need to spend more time to doing that. So this is what we need to do. Yes, we are at the end. What you can do for me later or in any time, I really ask you to share my every post from projects with Igor. Why? I really don't get anything for what I'm providing. If I will share this with more people and have, you know, some kind of feedback for it, will be very important for me. So please, whatever you find my post, share it within your network so we can share, so we can grow. And that will also mean for you new partners, will mean better approach to the new idea. So we can work that together. So this is the question, or you know, that favor you can do for me. Okay, so thank you for that. And now I will spend another 5 minutes if somebody have a question. No question. So I'm really thorough, you know.
Igor, there was a question from somebody about the grouping of the people when there is somebody who have no team. So I already asked them just to write them as a team number and just having 1 person, and that later on we are going to group them somehow with another person who is alone.
So you suggesting that you know, that we will join more people from different countries together if they are alone? Okay, so this is good approach. I can see. Maybe this is the one of the best idea if you're alone, and if you need later the partner. So definitely there is already 2 partners on 1 project. So Galena, yeah, this is very good. This is very good approach. Thank you. Any other question?
For the ideas, we will make it for 5 ideas, or just we will put just 1 idea from out of 5.
So idea is that you will find at least 5 ideas for yourself, and then select 1 and write it here.
Okay.
Okay. Any other question?
Igor, I am alone also. Nestle couldn't come with me. Are we going to find our partner now or afterwards?
No, we can do it later. We can do it later. In any case, if you cannot do it now, I will help you later to find, you know, somebody who is interested in the same idea, and you will, as Galena said, help make this this project work together. So yes, you can work now alone, and later we can find you a partner. Okay, so if there is no question, this question, Jovan.
Maybe it's more a comment to thank you for the session. And I'm very glad that 80 participants from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, this is really something to remember. Thank you.
And good organization. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Jovan. Okay, super. Thank you very much for being today with me. I will post the recording for the session at least tomorrow morning. You can, going through for the specific section, if you want to remind yourself how to do these 6 steps, you can do it again and try to figure it out if this is okay or not. And maybe try to do first everything what I suggest from the beginning to end, and after then, if you still have a problem, try to ask. Why I'm suggesting that? Because if you try to find your way in that section, which will be much easier for you for the later, you will start to develop your mind how to do this Erasmus Plus project. So yes, just try to do. If not, send me email and we can organize our conversation. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice evening, and later have a nice sleep. I hope I give you some, feedback on your, future goals about Erasmus projects, and we can do that together. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Thank you. Good
Thank
evening.
you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.